Okay, defining our sense of self. Who are you? There's a famous meditation, centuries old, called Who Am I? All the great spiritual masters said, know thyself. Jesus said, know thyself. Buddha. They're all about defining your sense of who you are to have a fulfilling life, to reach your true potential in life. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what everybody really wants? To find out why they're here, what their purpose is, and how to fulfill that, how to fulfill your own happiness and sense of self and being on the planet. Once you discover that wonderful journey of going within and taking care of your energy body, not just your physical body, but your energy body, your spirit. When you take care of the spirit body, the mind becomes part of that co-creation with divinity. And your mental body is the thing that controls your emotions. So your emotional body listens to whatever the mind tells it to be, whatever the mind says it is. Now, I'm not saying that they don't work in tandem, and sometimes the emotions can get carried away. Physically, you drink too much caffeine, you'll find that happening more and more. If you're sensitive to what you're eating, that can happen. Your physical body can go out of balance, and it can affect your hormonal levels, and then it works a little bit in reverse. So all these components of ourself that we can think of and pull together into one adhesive whole gives us a foundation, a diving board for which to jump into this fabulous ocean of life, your life, our life together on the planet, our God-given, beautiful Mother Earth and us. Here we all are in this bounteous place. Try not to believe in scarcity. If you watch the news, if you read the newspapers, if you start thinking about the stock markets intensely, if you look at your bank account, you might start thinking about scarcity instead of bounteousness. Bounty is your heritage. It's your birthright. This fabulous planet belongs to all of us, not just one group of entitled people. It's ours, and you need to claim it. Claim it now, and claim yourself first. Because if you want to affect humanity, look within and know thyself. Nourish your spirit. Once you do that, that's the world. Your world is within. You might have been told that the world is without, or that heaven is up there somewhere. But truly, your soul energy, right here, the soul spot, knows right where you belong. So speaking about discovering your sense of who you are and yourself, a wonderful place to start is questioning what your values are, what you'd like to achieve, what you'd like to accomplish, who you'd like to accomplish that with. Do you have your life partner? Are you happy with your life partner? People come into our lives every day, every moment we go out into the world. They may be passing through for a second. They may be passing by in a car. Or you might meet somebody that has a very important part of your life and becomes a friend. They may stay for a season, but they're always here for a reason. And it's up to us to discover those reasons. And once we begin to work with our magnetic resonance of our spirit, begin to attract the energy you're meant to attract, the people that can help you on this magical journey. Don't let anybody tell you it's not mysterious and magical, because it is. It's always magic. It's always mystery. Look at your body. You wake up every day. Where do you get your energy from? You don't plug into a wall. You don't have a battery pack on your back. Where does it come from? Source. It comes from a source. So source energy is an important part of thinking about your truth, your feelings. Source energy, that planets of Earth has its own beautiful energy that it's giving to you all the time. My clients ask me, my yoga students ask me, who are you and how do you determine to be comfortable in your life? Where do you come up with an idea of what you really want to do as your self-fulfilling prophecy? And how do you go about determining this? How do you get to feel comfortable in your own skin? Many of them have sought yoga and Reiki, but it has become apparent to me that they really don't know about the energy body. And they don't even really reckon on how to give somebody an energy treatment. I've encountered many of my clients who do Reiki as a prayer, but have no idea where to start working with an actual human being. So this today is going to be what I'm going to speak about. How to give a Reiki session to a live human being, your loved one, perhaps a client or a friend. Doesn't matter. Here's how we begin. First, we ask for guidance. In yoga, we start with prayer position. We place our thumbs against our soul spot, this very energetic spot, neurolymphatics flowing here, very, very strong, probably the strongest currents electrically of the whole body are right where your thumbs will naturally press into your body. So sit tall or stand tall. Relax your shoulders. Have your head upright and centered. Place your hands in prayer position and press your thumbs wherever they naturally get to. The thymus gland will be right under there, the activator of your immune system. A hormonal gland, the thymus gland. Also, the 8th energy chakra is here. And so is the middle of the 7 major chakras, the heart chakra, right here. So you're pressing into this fabulous, amazing current of energy. You're accessing it. You're accessing your computer because we are computers. We're programmed all the time with information in and we put information out. So when you begin thinking of yourself like a programming instrument, you can start setting your frequency and channeling the information into yourself, into your life that works best to serve your purposes and the highest purposes of the planet. And everybody on it will be served once you start orchestrating your energy and your divine blueprint of life. So here, we start right here, accessing our divine harmonies. You may close your eyes and take a deep yoga breath if you know how to take a deep yoga breath. If not, exhale, pull the abdomen in, push every last trace of air out through your nose. As you inhale, become aware of the breath coming into your system and expand your abdomen as fully as you can. This will pull down the diaphragm. The lowest lobes of your lungs will start getting filled with life force energy. Bring that air all the way up and fill up completely. Then exhale very slowly through your nose. Do this 3 times. And after the 3rd exhalation, lift your left hand because this is the feminine receiving hand. Taking your right palm to just below your navel and pressing your hand comfortably against yourself. Saying a prayer for the highest intention of the work that you're going to do, for you're about to become a conduit of divine energy for yourself, for another, for someone in the room or someone on the planet. Right now, we're thinking about doing an energy treatment on a divine human being. So, we call the energy force. The next step is asking permission. So seek the permission of your client and your loved one on the table and ask them, do they truly want their energy body accessed? That's important because they may be holding back. They may think they do. But by giving you their permission right now, that permission will grant them an opening in their energy field, and you will get right through to their soul point. So you're about to touch this person's energy. You're going to pierce their energy veil, going down towards their heart chakra, that same place you just touched on yourself. You'll take your right hand and touch on the energy body of this person. If you are comfortable and your loved one or dear one is comfortable, you will place your hands directly on their body. If you are not comfortable with doing this, feel free to hold your hand in the person's energy field, getting an idea of where that would be. By using your intuition, your computer, you will know. So we've now granted access into that person's energy field. We say a little prayer for the highest potential of all that are involved here in this healing session and the highest intention of everybody on the planet. We never want to trample negativity into any human being or anybody. So you ask for permission. We've got that permission now. We're ready to go. Okay, now I want to investigate the energy field of this lovely human being. So they're lying face up in the supine position. The best place to start is the most active energy is around the head and heart of the human being. All the direct nerves of the human body are in the cranial area. All the rest have to go through a very complicated truncating nervous system. So we start right there with the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, the skull, the direct nerves that go out to the TMJ joint, the master joint resetter of the whole emotional body. So we begin taking our hands and placing them around the energy field of the person's head. And you start moving your hands as if you were just about almost touching a television screen to feel the heat or the sensation of energy. It's the same thing. That's energy current. So begin to feel this human's frequency and start moving from the head to the throat, to the shoulders, to the heart, to the solar plexus, down the rib cage, across the abdomen, across the hip area, down the sacral bone, and then look for any spots of conductivity that may be broken. The energy could feel like flowing water, hot or cold, heat waves, and sometimes you'll even feel energy leaving the body, directly a hole in the energy field. And that may feel like a geyser spilling forth and erupting. When you feel that, you actually may feel a slight expulsion backwards. That's normal. That will give you a big clue as to some place that human needs to be worked on. So you've already accessed now where you need to work, and you can apply these principles to your Reiki session. If you feel any static currents that are alternating, you'll know it. If you are comfortable placing your hands on that spot, that's a good place to begin. If you're not comfortable laying the hands on a human body, or the human body does not like that, then work in the energy field. Using your intuition, find the right level just above the body. Move up and down a couple of times, and then settle your hands. Placing the hands, you have polarity. The right hand is the masculine side, It is the positive polarity. It is the current of a battery, polarity, masculine. The left hand is the feminine, negative polarity. Together they create a complete circuit. So placing your hands in this fashion will create a complete circuit, and then you can enter. Hopefully you can press your hands into the energy system or the body and begin working on that spot. That's the best spot to begin if you found a spot that needs work. If you found no spots that need work, go back to the head and begin working on the crown chakra. Like we said, on the head you have all direct energy currents because there's the direct nerves. So we stay a little longer on the head, 5 minutes or more on the crown chakra. Then we go to the third eye chakra. Feel free to place your hands above the eyes or on the eyes. The eyes are energy receptors. The most energetic receptor of your whole body are eyes. They benefit from the heat of a palm, and they will greatly take in this energy if they're open to receive. And then place your hands also in the third eye chakra onto the ears of this human being. Another 5 minutes. And then the back of the head, the pituitary and the pineal gland will be addressed, plus another glandular spot that we don't often speak about, where energy is stored. We call this the sweet nectar energy, where you access that in a higher resonant state of meditation. That's when you go into an altered state of consciousness. So your hands here will be helping that person access their altered state of consciousness so that they can become a receiver of divine inspiration. And now we're ready to go on to the body. Once you release the energy of the head, you go into the throat chakra. We can lessen the time here, 3 minutes, or when you get that intuitive hunch. If your hands are hot and they begin to get cold, you know your work is done at the throat chakra. Or you can use a timer, 3 minutes. Then move to the heart chakra. Heart chakra, the center of all your chakras, right here. Placing your hands in tandem with one another will help the energy flow. 3 minutes. Then the solar plexus chakra, giving you a clue as to the color of the solar plexus, the color of the sun, bright yellow. This actually resonates if you were to measure with an oscilloscope. You can measure the frequency of the color yellow. Then you would move down to the sacral chakra, that's next. This resonates with a sound and a color also. Then you move down to the root chakra, we call that the Muladhara chakra. We use the sacred language of Sanskrit because it's the mother of English and most Indo-European languages are on this planet. So it's a root language. It has very sacred vibrations, original, creative vibrations are in the languages of root languages such as Sanskrit. So the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra, has to do with the energy vibration of how you were born into this planet, what family you chose to incarnate in. And there you have the beginning of your Reiki treatment. We can talk a lot more about how to access the currents of the body, the longitudinal organ meridians of the body, the reflex points on the hands, feet, and ears, and we will. And what all the different aspects of your data banks contain, and how to access those data banks so you become a fully flowing human being, happy, creative, and fulfilling your life force energy.